Hello and welcome back. We are coming in, is it for descent now?
It is descent. You can now see there's a TD there. So what I want you to do now...
That top of descent.
The top of descent, yeah. I want you to click legs. Then I want you to... in fact, no. Okay, actually, tell you what. First of all, go to the altitude setting.
Altitude.
And put it to 5,000 feet. We'll find out exactly what we need to do in a second. Okay, then I want you to click that one there, altitude active. Just click it if it doesn't have to be precise. Oh, that's what I mean about, yeah.
Altitude.
No, that little dot there.
This one here?
Yeah. And just go down by an extra 100 feet. Just check the FMC that we are actually going down, which we are. You can see there. It's going to try and hold us at this speed here. 77 Mach. That's about 77% of the speed of sound as it happens. Now I want you to go to we're going to plan. No, we're not. I want you to go down to the FMC using the Show Reith. Okay, so I want you to click departure approach. It's this one here. So I want you to then click Zurich. Now, originally we were going to land on runway 28, and I'll show you why we're not landing there now. So, if you click on Flight Sim Commander and you zoom in a little bit more on Zurich, just highlight the actual airport roof. And again, originally we're going to be landing on that runway there.
No, the 28.
28, and we don't want to. Two reasons. One, it has no ILS, which is quite annoying, and two, it's a very short runway, which is another reason why we're not going to. So if you zoom out a little bit, we're actually going to plan a star.
Zoom out.
So if you go to the right hand side, yeah, just click that again and again. That should be good. So we're going to plan a star. Now ATC would normally tell you what the star is, but we're just going to do it from common sense. Now I've actually already found out a good star. It's GIPO 34. So what I want you to do is click SID star transition, or not click it, then click star, click select, and then go down to the bottom, and you can actually see there, that's the star. So if you move that a little bit, you can see it's going to change the route to that.
Right, so
then
we come in
click
on...
add to plan, and it's going to then change the whole thing.
So it's
at the moment though, that's only that. That's just going to give us a visual on what it's going to look like. We don't want that. We want to see exactly, because it's not doing anything in the sim at the moment. That's just telling us what it's going to do. So we're now going to go to the plane. So what we're going to do, we're going to select ILS 34 because that's the runway we've decided to land on. Then we're going to click next page and GIPO 34. Good. Right, now we're going to click execute. Sweet. So if you now go up to yeah, we're just going to zoom out a touch. Right. Okay, we can't actually see it yet because we're a little bit too far away, and it's not ideal at the moment. However, I still want you to zoom out because I want to check that we are going to make it, and hopefully on time. Zoom out more. Right, so at the moment, that little green line, that's showing us when we're going to reach our selected altitude, which is 5,000 feet. Some other stuff we need to do, which is extremely important, is in the FMC. So I want you to go to the FMC again. Go to legs. And you'll notice there's going to be these things here, which are route discontinuities. What it is from that point to that point, have you noticed that's the new waypoint? It actually says, also we've put our altitude at 7,000 feet, you can see there.
So that's part of the star?
Yeah, so we're just going to put it at 7,000 and we'll change it down and down. We'll do it all manually, it'll be really good fun. At that point there, ATC are going to contact us, but they're not because we haven't got ATC.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I want you to move that waypoint up. So click that once, and then move that up there. Perfect. Now I want you to click that.
What?
just this one here.
What?
Just the little box like to type, and we're just going to delete that like so. Go to the next page because there may be some more route discontinuities. Sweet, awesome. Right, click legs again. That's just going to get us to page 1. So, here we are. So this is where we are currently. We're 74 nautical miles away from. Are we even moving? Yeah, we are. That's interesting. It's not going down. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, we just uncheck that. Oh, click execute. Sorry. Ah, there we go. Really strange. I'm not sure why that happened. So you can see now it's sort of, we've got a little bit of colour and stuff. We're 34 nautical miles away from this waypoint here, and we're going to continue descending all the way down to 7,000 feet.
So this will line us up with the runway and stuff.
It's going to line us up with the runway. If you now go to
I
flight,
can see it there. Look, there's our.
Yeah, you can just about see it. It's going to look a lot clearer when we're about here-ish though. So you know. Also, click that little yellow thing just to get rid of that warning. Unless it's beeping at you, there's nothing to worry about. So what I want you to do now is go to Flight Sim Commander.
Whoops.
And we're going to have a look at ILS. Now, it actually says there that ILS is 100... there's no point if it's not going to make it any bigger. Now, the ILS is actually... the frequency is actually 110.75, because I've already done a little bit of research. Well, it's difficult to see. So we can now tune that into the aircraft so we're actually prepared for the landing. Just look at the autopilot, because I saw you knocked the wheel yoke a little bit, so I'm just... Look at the autopilot panel. Oh no, we're fine.
Yeah, fine.
So if we go down, I've got another preset here. So put into the bottom one here. So use the outside one to get to 110, and then 7.5. Oh no, you need to use the inside one now. Sweet. And we are actually just going to make that active because we may as well. It's not going to interfere or anything. Perfect. Now also, one other thing, down here is our TCAS on our squawk. The squawk code you're aware of. Remember when we were doing our VFR flying, it was like 2,200 or whatever. It doesn't really matter because we're not online. Just leave that like that, Ruth. And that is something new. This little thing here is our TCAS. So if there's other planes, that is the thing that tells us. Now you always have TA only, or at least I always have TA only, because I know it works well. No, you may hear something like it will now say, because you click test, it will say TCAS something or other. No, don't keep clicking, otherwise it will just mess up and crash us. I probably won't, but still. So right, go to a pilot's view. Sweet. Okay, in fact, let's go to the FMC again. So if you just, get to, no, and one more. Awesome. We're going to go to progress now, and we're going to see how we're doing. So, it's now telling us that we're going to arrive at 12:45, which I think is something. What did it say that earlier on as well? I can't remember either. But it's 112 nautical miles away. Some other stuff here. Here it also says the wind and stuff. That's the current wind, by the way. That's not it. That's also get rid of that. So just press clear. You might have to do it a few times. Yeah, sweet. No, that's good. So it shouldn't take too long now. There's quite a lot of what's going to happen. Not necessarily now, but as we come into approach, there's going to be quite a lot that's going to happen. So if we check the FMC again. With FMC, so what am I talking about? The flight display, the map. You can see that where we are currently.
So are we coming up to this bit here?
Yeah, we are. So we're sort of here-ish, I think, at the moment. Yeah, we're about there. So if you go to Flight Sim Commander again, if you sort of point to where we are we there? No, I think we might be there actually, Reith. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can see what it's going to do. You can see it actually lines us up exactly with the runway.
Yeah, we are. Look.
Yeah. So you'll see it's going to line us up exactly with the runway. Then you're actually going to do a manual landing, but we're going to use ILS to get a really good start. So about 400 feet or so from the runway, imagine about a nautical mile away from the runway, you're going to take manual control and you're going to land it. I'll tell you the relevant procedures. All of this here is all the stuff, so you can actually move that little yellow thing if you scroll down on it. So it's quite good for like checklists and so that all this stuff, that all the checklists you'll want to do. What we need to do now, if you quickly look at your like airspeed indicator and stuff, you want to check that, because when we get to 10,000 feet, we're going to want to turn on the landing lights, because below 10,000 feet yours have the landing lights and stuff on, so we need to make sure that that is what we're going to do. So until we start to land, there's not too much to do there's not too much to do apart from just sort of sitting here. Okay, so this is going to be quite a rush bit, so I'm going to be talking quite quickly, and hopefully you're able to do...
Are we on approach to the airport itself?
No, so if you look out your left window, we may just about be able to see the airport a bit more left. There. There it is. The airport's actually by Aerosoft.
So are we going to circle round?
Yeah, so you can see on the FMC, we're kind of doing a sort of a rectangle kind of. I will now want you to put my altitude on 5,000 feet.
5,000 feet.
Just on that other thing there. There's quite a lot of wind actually. It is quite bumpy, I think. So just go to the progress tab. Let's have a look. What is the wind? It's at 32, so yeah, it is quite strong actually.
34.
No, 48. Sorry. It's at 344. At 48. What's our current heading? It's there. 0. So we've got a kind of a. I don't know. We're sort of. We've got a wind from the left, haven't we? So yeah. So we are going to kind of be. Yeah, it's quite heavy actually. It's much heavier. It was raining here earlier on. Hopefully it isn't. But it is an extremely windy airport, or it's an extremely windy day. Right then, what we're going to do, Reith, you will notice actually you can bring down this.
Why is the blue lever up?
Right, I put that up because you'll see we're just about coping with our speed. We're just about we're descending at 1,000 feet a minute, which actually isn't that extreme. We're going to have to try and descend a little bit faster. So what I want you to do now, Reith, if you go to the autopilot panel, click VS, vertical speed. Click that once, and then scroll down on that until about 2,000, down, sorry, so we want about 2,000. Now, bring it down a little bit, so about 1,000, 1,700.
Oh, we're starting to turn.
Yeah.
1,000 what?
700. Click legs again, Reith, of FMC. There is an awful lot to do, just to the left. Brilliant. 5,000, 1,400. Okay, that is fine. So now set the altitude on, I don't know, 2,000. Brilliant. Okay, what I want you to do now is we are going to have to, we're going to really have to try and, okay, we need to lose even more altitude even quicker. We don't want to get a missed approach. So put that on 2,500. We're going to go all out. That really is about the max we can go. You can see that little green line. It's really coming in now. You can see there, what does it say? 2,300, 2,400. So hopefully we will be a nice altitude before the airport. It is an extremely hilly area. If we just have a quick look at the scenery, it's quite a hilly area. You can see all these hills here. We are going to be going slightly past those hills as the airport is, I think, just behind them. I don't often fly into Zurich, so I don't know the area that well. So yeah, breathe. So there's a lot to do, especially what are you listening for, Reith?
I had a warning or something.
Oh right, okay. It doesn't matter. It was probably just a terrain warning. We're relatively low.
Second turn.
What I do want you to do, Reith, if you click world, then click time and session.
Terrain. Oh, Hamish, we're going to crash into that hill.
Are we? Look at altitude. Yeah, put it on. Yeah, we are below. Okay, we've put it on 3,000. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's good. Perfect. What I want you to do now, Reith, is if you go down to the
Is that over 3,000?
Put it on 4,000. Click altitude activate as well. Actually, no, click LNAV. Again? Sorry. And then click
Hamish.
No, it's fine. Relax. Click altitude active.
Can't click it.
This is a really exciting approach. No, leave it. Leave. It's going to do stuff, I hope.
Hamish, it's not going to do anything.
Pull up.
For fuck's sake, can I just take
control?
control?
No, take manual control. Fair enough. Don't pull up too hard, though. Just keep it nice and gentle.
Stall. Don't stall. Please don't stall.
No, it's fine. No, pull down again. Pull down. No, pull down. Just straighten out. Perfect.
Right. Okay.
Click autopilot again. We want to click LNAV again, sorry. And allow the plane to level off. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start the autopilot. So if we just go to the autopilot panel here, I want you to click approach. Perfect. I want you to click speed. Speed again. Wasn't that working? Okay, that's fine. Unclick VNAV. Now click speed. Really strange. And change the speed. Change the speed to 175. We're going to be changing it down. 170 now. There's a lot of changing and stuff in this stage of the flight. It's perfectly normal to do all this sort of stuff as we fly into the approach. Now, it's actually going to start to descend for us. So, the reason, the thing,
So we're on
click that, Reith.
Are we on ILS now?
Yeah. Just go back
sure?
to the standard. Yeah, we are. We won't be descending yet. If you look down a touch, you'll be able to see that little pink dot there. You're probably familiar with that, yeah? And we should start to descend automatically, which we are doing, which is good. I want you to bring up the flaps. So bring flaps up to 1. No, up is to initiate flaps.
Yeah, I can't. Which ones is our flap? How do I see where my flaps are?
Oh, you don't. You just kind of know, because if you imagine your flaps are on 0 every time, you can just look at the thing there.
Yeah. Just that's what you need to
Put flaps onto 5. Right now. Oh no, you clicked it loads and loads of times. So go down, and again. Leave it like that. Perfect. Right, just reset your view like so. You'll see we're now following the glide slope. Yeah. I want you now to put your speed at 140 now. One other thing, because we've got some terrain issues, click world, click time session, click reset, click OK. I've tabbed out a couple of times. Oh, right, okay, that's fine. Oh, it looks like we've got some terrain issues. Hopefully we don't.
Yeah, Hamish, should I
want you to put full flaps now. So just click once, twice. No, that's the wrong way. Up and again. Okay, and again. Perfect. So take off some speed brake, about 50% speed brake now, Reith. We don't want it. Dump a lot of it. As long as we don't speed up. So now click that little icon there. No, just literally click the screen. So it comes up. And move it to the bottom right hand corner. Perfect. Yeah, leave it like that. Now click back on. We want to check our speeds all the time. Make sure we've got full flaps. I just go like that loads of times to make sure we have full flaps. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be in control of clicking. You're going to be in control of the flying, okay? What I want you to do now, I'm going to DC the autopilot, disconnect it, okay? And I want you to put throttle to idle. Is it on idle?
It's already on idle, yeah.
Going to...
Hamish, aren't we going down a bit quickly?
No, we'll be okay. We're fine.
It is going to, like, pull up there, right?
Oh yeah, it's on the glide slope, Reith. We're fine there. Glide slope's actually beneath us. Going to disconnect the autopilot, which is now disconnecting. You'll hear loads of beeps and it'll all be horrible. I'm going to take off the speed.
Don't we need to pull up?
Reith, you're in control. You're in control. Oh, Reith, don't yank it. Careful. Put the landing gear down as well.
I'm sorry.
Careful, Reith.
I thought you said it was going to do it for us.
Okay, now put idle to put speed brake full, like so.
Hamish, I thought you said.
Reef, just relax.
I thought you said it would do
Keep
it for us.
keep landing. Keep landing. Keep
I'm
landing.
not even on
Careful.
the
Just
fucking
careful.
runway.
Just careful. We've got plenty of time. Okay, and flare a little bit, and put reverses into backwards. So as soon as we touch down,
Oh, fuck's sake.
hit brake, hit reverses backwards, and click the brake like so.
Hamish, why didn't you tell me I was in control?
Well, I thought you knew. If I'm
I
honest.
know, Hamish. I specifically asked. It is going to control our. It is going to pull
Anyway,
up.
Reef, relax. Right, put some speed in, just like tap it forwards a little bit to get it out of reverse. Perfect. Let go of the brake. We're just going to pull off from the next exit, so at the end of the runway, just keep going forwards. I was surprised how hard you had to pull back though. I wasn't quite expecting that.
Well,
I thought everything looked, from my view, completely under control. When you went, as a whole.
No, it's just I said to you, it is going to pull back for us. And you said, yeah.
Just look at where you're going.
I'm looking where I'm going.
Okay, brilliant. So we're just gonna stop just at this piece here. This little line here. We're just gonna stop, put parking brake on, check where our position is, and put throttle to idle. Okay, put the speed brakes down, put the flaps up, so just click down loads of times on that. 1, 2, yeah, that's good. You don't do any more. We're going to click quickly on the Flight Sim Commander. We're going to quickly zoom in on the airport a bit more. Going to connect to FS. Right, so we are currently here. So we're just going to taxi down here. Stop it, Ruth. We're going to taxi down here, and we are going to go onto one of these gates here. Oh God, so annoying. So yeah, we're going to go on to this one here. Gate heavy. Perfect. So we're going to go down here. We're going to skip the next 2 turn-offs, and by the 3rd turn-off, we're going to turn left and just park up there. Okay? Think you can memorise that? Yeah. Sweet. So just get GPS, connect to FS, and right, carry on taxiing then. What we can do though is if we go to yeah, we brake quite a lot. You don't need that much.
Can you not fiddle with the views? I can't see.
We adjust. Oh yeah, as soon as we straighten up. Perfect. Brake reef. We've got about way too much power. About half that, or even quarter. So yeah, you okay? Cool. So we're not going to turn off here, or well, you can just about sit there.
I know where we're going.
Quite a nice airport though.
Can we see the plane?
Okay, if you go inside the cockpit reef. Perfect. So yeah, going quite fast reef, so brake a bit. Tap it, reef tap, brakes a bit.
It's fine.
Alright, we are also going to turn on the taxi lights, which technically we want to do taxiing, but we're gloss over that. So we're not going to turn here, by the way. Cool. Quite nice.
That isn't actually a turn off.
Oh yeah, still. You could. Maybe you're planning. Being illegal, Reefy. However, luckily we have this. Which isn't like quite in view, but hey. It's still quite cool. Okay, right, so well, quite a nice airport actually, isn't it? So this is Aerosoft scenery. Aerosoft make planes like the Airbus. They also make PFPX. That's also what they create. So if yeah, we want to turn off here. Oh, I forgot I did that. Wonderful. Yeah, and bring down the power again, because all it is you're bringing it up and bringing it back down. Don't turn right here. We can park at any of these gates actually, so it's very much your choice. But remember, slow down quite a bit before we get it. There's no taxi marking, so if we want to turn off on this gate here, see where my mouse is? Oh well, it's fine. Keep going forwards. Perfect. Yeah, try and park. I was going to say try and park that one. Try and get a good angle into that one there.
That's awesome.
Fantastic, interesting parking.
Yeah, sure. Good job, Reith.
Just creep forwards. Perfect. And then we're just going to put the throttles on idle, then we're just going to turn off the engines, and that will be that. Sweet. Yeah, that's good. If we go to the inside view again, Reith, inside cockpit view. Right, so to turn it off, Reith, if you go down to, actually the best thing to do with the views, if we go to this view here, then just look up a little bit. We're just going to click 1 and 2 there. Yeah, and 1. Perfect. That's all really we need to do. Is that the flaps are up? Oh, they're not. Oh, you must have done something. Oh, well, it really doesn't matter as well on the ground anyway. That is pretty much it. If you just want to go to the outside view, and we can sort of quickly have a... So this has been FSX with Reith. I hope you've enjoyed it, Reith. It's quite... There's a section where there's quite a lot to do. It's quite confusing, especially if you don't know the plane. And then there's bits where you it all kind of happens at once, which in a GA plane it doesn't, because you sort of know exactly what you're going to do, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
But in this, there's a lot more. There's a lot sort of more planning, and it all happens at once, and it can be quite stressful. You know, that your landing was quite exciting.
Well, it would have been perfectly fine had you told me the plane wasn't controlling itself.
Yeah, I mean,
you said we were on ILS.
We are on ILS, but I also said to you earlier about 1 nautical mile from the runway, I'm going to turn off the autopilot.
Yeah, I know. And then I asked, is the plane controlling itself? And you
I said at that point,
yes.
It wasn't until I turned it off.
It wasn't before you turned it off.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.